Guys, these bored apes are being stolen. It's crazy. It continues to happen. That's what we're going to talk about to kick off the show. It's actually driving me nuts that people are losing these apes, because they should just be transferring them to brand new wallets and saying forget it. So let me bring in the other guys, see what they have to say about this. Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey,
What's up?
Yeah, the bored apes is kind of disgusting at this point. How many are getting stolen?
Insane.
What was the one today, this morning? It was 15 again?
ETH.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
He
There's
sold
been
it
so
4
many.
minutes later for 95 ETH.
Yeah, 94. These people just need to just go to a different wallet. Like,
yeah, I know. They need to send the assets to a different wallet before trying to do anything.
It's ridiculous.
Dude, it's bad, man. I saw one screenshot. There was like 9 sales total in the screenshot, and 6 of them were exploit sales. Like, it is getting really crazy right now. Honestly,
Garrett,
a lot of lost money.
Do we have any idea why they've picked up today? Because I know we've talked about this before, but I feel like the volume of these today is exponentially greater.
Well, when OpenSea sent out that email telling everyone to go and cancel these old listings, they literally just made it a matter of, you know, who can front run these cancellation transactions the best. So I think there's been more and more talented botters or developers that are going for these things. So that's my guess. Yep.
Wow.
Is there any in the night that happened? Oh, well, 42.069 for this red hat one. Did it sell again or no? Oh, reported for specific. So are you able to sell it after it's been reported still?
I don't think so.
I don't think that OpenSea's freezing the assets.
I don't think they are anymore.
They're like stolen or compromised wallets, so they're not handling it like they used to handle.
They're
like,
just getting
a compromised
reported.
wallet.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening anymore. Wow, this one with the noise fur and the red hat. Oof. That's crazy.
I know.
Ugh. Have you guys gone through and looked at some of these more rare apes, by the way? Like, have you ever just gone and looked at them? I was looking at them last night.
Yeah, I have.
Like I think the coolest one, if you look at highest last sale, is this service with the multicolored teeth. I'll link it in the YouTube chat.
Okay.
I'll show you guys what it is. It's so sick. It's my favorite one.
You like that?
Are you kidding me?
What is
that's
that?
everything. That's everything crypto culture right there. That you've got the McDonald's outfit.
Oh, I love that one, dude.
You've got the McDonald's outfit with an ape. Like, you can't get any more iconic.
I don't know.
So listen to this.
Check
this out. Check this out. I looked at this 6 months ago. Sold for 199 ETH. 1 month later, sold for 600. Dude made 401 ETH off a 1 month play.
In one play.
What?
That's insane.
A play. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, it's sad what's going on right now, to be honest. Even though, like, you know, we've talked about yesterday, like, these people need to be doing this more carefully.
It seems really screwed up, man. Like, there's some really smart OG holders that, like, that guy at Domain, that dude James, he lost one this morning as well. That, like, he bought this ape for 82 ETH like a couple months ago or something like that from that guy Function, and then this morning there was a sell order executed for 42. It just does. I don't know, man. It's getting worse. It's really ugly, and it's sad, man, because a lot of these guys are OG holders, you know, that just diamond handed it, and they don't necessarily have the liquidity to enter back into the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So, yeah, it's really crappy, man. It's definitely gone. It's past the point of a meme or anything like that. At this point, it's just something that's got to get cleaned up immediately.
But it's technically not illegal what they're doing, right? It's just exploit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all blockchain, man. It's just how the blockchain works. No, it's totally free game what they're doing.
Crazy.
I can't even judge them for doing it, dude. If I was smart enough to write up something to snipe these apes, bro, are you freaking kidding me? Like that's
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I didn't
the
see
opportunity.
another one. It went for 69 ETH 35 minutes ago, or 42 minutes
Wow.
ago.
Dude, it's non-stop.
And the floor
right
on the
now.
halos is 60 or almost double what that sold.
Wow.
It's a pretty cool one too. If I'm
Crazy.
being honest.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I don't know where we go from here. Didn't yesterday, Garrett, they said they were going to start like refunding, or was that a rumor?
They said that they were gonna, like, yeah, man, but now it's just getting out of hand. I can't see
Yeah.
any way that OpenSea is gonna refund all this money. There's
But
no
also,
way.
how do they
no
even
way.
judge the value of the refund? Is it based on like the rarest floor trait? Because that's how these apes are priced. It's not just the floor price.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea, dude.
Wait.
It sucks.
Who was talking about refund? Sorry, I missed that.
OpenSea, there was rumors going around yesterday, and OpenSea had made some remarks that like they were looking at possibly like reimbursing people or making this right somehow.
Yeah.
But then the problem's just continuing, man. So like, are they really gonna pay out potentially millions of dollars of this? I don't know. And Aiden posed the question: how are they gonna gauge those metrics? Are they gonna go up floor prices, property floor prices? I mean, it's just ugly.
Yeah. Let's see. So if you took 200,000 times 0.025, so they've made 5,000 Ethereum on this project. Yeah. Can you imagine OpenSea saying we're gonna reimburse these people? Because they would be out, I would say, about 1,000 Ethereum just on the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which would be 20% of the total revenue that they've brought in from the collection since it's been out. So that would be a huge, and that's just an assumption that they've lost 1,000 Ethereum so far here. I don't know. That'd be a lot of money for them, but
And there's other collections too, like Cool Cats and
right. It's not
Mutants
just
even.
this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Something Aiden had brought up. We're not seeing this with mutants yet, right? This isn't, or is this occurring with mutant apes?
No, it occurs
Happened
with
on a few.
every collection this can occur
Yeah,
on.
every
It's just
project I know
that
it's possible.
the Bored Apes are so much older than the mutant apes, even though it's just, so there's all these people that have old bids.
Right.
And the mutant
Yeah.
apes were never, the listings on mutant apes were never like, 1/100th of the floor or something. Because they've only gone from like 4 ETH up to 20 ETH. So there is some room there, but it's not going from sub 1 Ethereum over 100 Ethereum. So, obviously the real money to be made is in Bored Apes, but you still would have, Cool Cats is a really old one. So you could definitely see, I wouldn't be surprised if we looked at this and saw Cool Cats for under 1 ETH being sold. There's one for 3 ETH 11 hours ago.
I think the people that are putting these buy orders out and are front running transactions are heavily focused on BAYC, of course.
Here's one 3 days ago, 3.5 ETH, and then it sold literally, it was a rare one. It sold like right away for 18. Wow. 35 grand profit. And it's because it was a
Kyle said another stolen one just sold for 100. I don't know if he's saying right now. Let's see.
Sold for 100, one of the stolen ones.
Let's see. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, he took an offer. When did that get stolen, I wonder?
It got bought 3 hours ago.
That was 65, okay.
65, yep. And then look at this account, Vince. OpenSea will refund.
Yeah, that's the one that's been buying.
So offensive.
That's the one that's been doing it, yeah.
Yep. Crazy.
I know.
Using like 500,000 Gwei, I believe, or gas.
Wow. Oh yeah, let's look at the transaction. What he's paying on these.
I was looking at that one earlier.
How much did he pay in transaction? So yeah, he used 240. Oh wow, he's using. That's a way different. I've never seen that on Flashbots, if I'm being honest. What?
I talked to Kyle.
Somehow he
yesterday
only
about,
spent $182.
What?
I don't know what he's doing. This is the way this transaction looks is not what I'm used to seeing for Flashbots. I'm used to seeing priority fee plus gas fee being the same, and it doesn't even show priority fee. This guy knows what this guy's doing something with flash bots that's like different than what I'm used to.
In my opinion, it's probably just the best of the best are the ones that are actually getting these.
Yeah, for sure. These
like,
guys
really...
know exactly how to use flash bots and front run these transactions and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, these aren't public bots. Why the hell would they be, right? They just keep them private, probably for them and whoever else is running with them. It's actually crazy, man. People, yeah, I don't even know. People need to just transfer their assets to use other wallets. Like, they just need to use different wallets entirely. This is getting way out of hand.
The crazy thing is that, you know, I guess these buyers of the people that are actually buying these apes that are clearly bought way below floor, clearly exploited, people are buying them, so they're not worried about OpenSea freezing the asset.
Well, you have the new exchange. You have
Looks rare.
Looks rare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could just sell it there.
And I don't even
And then it's
think.
gone.
And also, you do have the fact that OpenSea doesn't seem as locking them anymore, so they're just letting it go now, I guess.
Yeah. Because locking them would be wrong, man. I mean, that's not the proper solution.
Right, because then you're hurting whoever buys them in that period of time.
And they're an innocent, a lot of the time, they just are someone with an offer, a lot of the times totally innocent.
Yeah.
One strategy that I gotta point this out because it's funny, and or not funny, but we just saw this occurring within the last couple hours. But what some people are doing is they're watching the Bored Apes really closely, the Bored Ape sales activity. And whenever an ape gets stolen, and that's not even the right verbiage, I don't like saying that they're being stolen, right? But whenever an ape gets sniped for way under floor, some people are going and making reasonable offers on the ape, depending on what properties they have. So there was one I saw with there was one property with 150, 160 ETH floor. It got sniped for like 50. Then there was an offer made on it for 95. He accepted that offer, and then it went and sold for like 130 because of that the trait that it had. So yeah, it's pretty wild, man. I think a lot of people are getting hurt by this, and I take no joy in that. It sucks to see.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's get out of Bored Ape Club and get into Zombie Friends. You guys want to talk about Zombie Friends?
Yeah, we can touch on it briefly.
It's in our list. I didn't even do anything with this, so you guys are gonna have to talk about it. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't have a whole ton on this one. Basically just a free mint that we saw come through this morning. It was max like 2 per transaction. They tried to make it 1 per transaction unless you were whitelist, but I personally minted 4. I know we had some members, a lot of the guys here minted, and the volume's pretty good. So I think it's decently unique looking art, and we'll see what happens. I'm definitely not instant dumping any free mint, dude, or something that you're paying like just nothing for. In my opinion, there's just no point in selling it for 0.05 or 0.06. Like, I'm just gonna hold and see if they catch steam. We've seen a ton. The free mint meta is valid. Like, don't just dump just because it's free. If anything, we've seen free mints go absolutely bonkers in the past. So yeah, Zombie Friends, they minted out. The total supply was supposed to be 99.99. They cut the supply to 9,100 and closed the sale. And here we go. So yeah, just watching close, seeing if the floor runs at all.
What's up, George?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
And if you guys are like newer to ETH NFTs, I think free mints like these are, you know, if you have a little bit of money to risk, obviously everything you buy in the NFT space is pretty much a risk, but I like these free ones especially. A lot of them go to 0, but a lot of them actually don't. So I think it's a decent way to get some exposure to ETH projects, or at least understand like how that works, and paying gas and listing on OpenSea and doing those kind of things.
Yep.
Cool.
For sure. Do you want to talk about, we had some Solana projects today, right? There was one that...
Best Buds, yeah, that was one.
That I like. Yeah, this is at 5:20 p.m. It's launching on Launchpad, which is, you know, nice. I know a lot of people like Launchpad. So yeah, it's called Best Buds. It's a Solana mint at 5:20 p.m. EST. It's by Looks Rare Studios. Apparently there's a breeding game integrated with it. I personally never put too much stock or too much faith in any type of roadmap or game promises. So I'm just looking at what we know to be definitive, which is 4,200 total supply, decent art, a little bit unique. You know, it's like a weed, like they're weed buds, right? And then the mint price is 0.69 Sol, which at Sol's current price, that's really cheap. So, yeah, I'm gonna be going for these. I think people will definitely make money. Speaking of Sol, the Yakuza whitelist, I know McKay brought this up. Yakuza Wars NFT was a Solana project that we found like when they only had 100 Twitter followers a couple weeks ago. We were really early. Yeah. Posted the whitelist info inside the group, and we actually had a ton of members hit whitelist. Myself, I know I did, Vince did. I'm still holding. The mint cost was 0.99 Sol, and the floor is like just shy of 5 Sol as of this morning.
It's gone down. I listed. I don't know if mine sold, but it's 4 now.
Okay. Yeah, still.
But still, yeah. I mean, still really good.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just gonna hold for a little bit, man, because I don't know. They were really limited. They were limited to 1,000 pieces total too. So,
I'm bullish on Sol projects long term, and I only say that because if OpenSea really does follow through and add Solana, I think that really just adds a ton more exposure to the ecosystem as a whole, and I think the quality of projects and the quality of investors will increase with that addition. So I'm excited for Sol. I'm looking for like those mid to lower tier Sol projects that I think could have some long-term viability, and considering those.
I said this last night in our voice. 1:37 p.m. or is it 1:47? I can never remember. 1:37 had posted about $5 NFTs, and I actually had talked to Tyler. He runs the show over there, and I can just tell him and Gary Vee have talked about getting into cheap NFTs, because as more and more people come into the space, there's going to be more and more people that don't have thousands of dollars to spend on a profile picture, but they'll have, $100 or $200. And Solana is a great option because a lot of them are really cheap. Solana is just way cheaper than Ethereum, and you don't have gas fees as well. So that helps to keep the floor kind of lower. So I think cheap NFTs are a great option right now. And if you can get some solid Solana projects and wait for that OpenSea to launch, I think that's a really good strategy.
Like the Remnants Sol project, for example, I know a lot of members hit that. A lot of us quick flipped. The floor right now, last I checked, is like 9 Sol. And I expect it to continue going. Like those, like 8, like between 7 and 9 Sol range, I think that's a really good play if you can find stuff that you believe in.
Famous Fox really hasn't done anything. Yeah, I wouldn't be touching that. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that call. Cool. We have, do we have, I wanted to talk about book games, to be honest, just because AD and McKay were talking about selling theirs. If you guys bought these, I wouldn't be doing that. I know, like, we probably can't. I mean, I think we can go lower just because this isn't doing anything until April. Like, V2 isn't going to be until April. So we have a couple of months where there's, like, nothing going on. And that's an eternity in NFTs. But I told them I wouldn't sell just because you're probably going to want to buy back in once there's some FOMO. It could be in like 2 months from now, but I still would be cost averaging on this project because I think it's really safe. And there's still a lot of sales occurring. They sell quite often. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for not buying here. I think they can go lower. I don't know. I think a lot of us have them, and a lot of people are holding them because there's not a ton listed. There's 10%, which is, it's still a lot, but yeah, my play on those is to hold long term.
I think my concern, I think Aiden's concern too, with book games, at least for me, it's because the ones that I own are, very base level. There's not many special traits to them. And as a result, my worry would be that when the collection size is 100,000 like it is, we're like the smaller and really the NFTs in that collection that are lacking, like the ones I own, are going to be like the first to suffer from a floor drop or from a lack of volume, right? And so
I kind of think it's a little bit of the opposite, McKay,
Yeah, I wouldn't
personally,
say,
man.
yeah, I'd be
I
the
think with
opposite.
125,000, what you're gonna, if ever there's any type of like lack of volume or fodder on the project or anything like that, the rares are the first to suffer. It's the people that bought way above floor. They just instantly turn into zero liquidity on rares. So honestly, I think on a big project like this, I think buying floors. If you're just looking to accumulate some tokens, see what Gary V can do, see if maybe you want to convert over to VFriends V2 in the future. I think buying floors is actually a really wise strategy with such a big collection, personally.
Yeah, and you also... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to add on to McKay's comment. I think, the reason why at least I was trying to exit is because I do kind of expect the floor to continue to go down. I bought in around like 0.18. I expect the floor probably to go below that sometime soon, especially if there isn't going to be any news till April. So I was thinking I could just buy back in again lower, capture a small bit of, a little bit of profit, and then just, buy back in when the time is right. That was just my thought. But I do like the project long term.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Nub Dub, I'm right there with you. I think people have sold, and there's a ton of... I think Gary Vee is the master of creating FOMO, and I think he's done that enough to where the people that have them now really are in it till April. And so while I do think we could go to like 0.15 or maybe even lower, I think that you'd be wanting to accumulate them, not sell now looking for a lower floor. But obviously if you needed the funds now, then I guess it makes sense to sell. I just am super bullish on everything Gary Vee touches until I'm proven wrong. So
yeah.
And people will, they will be burned and everything, and so yeah. Anyways,
George in the chat said referring earlier when we were talking about the soul NFTs. He said, that's exactly my vibe. I'm trying to hit the soul drop today. Need to pop my NFT cherry. I'm just nervous for some reason. I think it's normal to be nervous, man. Like all of us when we were first starting to dabble. It's just a new ecosystem that we're entering. So there's some nerves, but part of this game is stepping out of your comfort zone. And especially for anyone listening or tuning in that hasn't gotten involved in NFTs yet, maybe they were hesitant. I'd say the last 7-8 months, especially the last 2 months with all the corporate adoption, have proven that this market is here to stay. And if you're not at least dabbling and paying a little bit of attention, trying to stay up to date, then you could be missing out on some big opportunities. So yeah, man, start small. Solana projects are great. You're not going to lose a ton, even if it's not the best mint or there's no gas fees that you need to worry about. So I think Sol is a great entry opportunity, as well as like the StockX NFTs have onboarded some people into the space. So yeah, definitely best time to start is today.
Aiden, do you have any Solana projects you've been looking at for around that 5 to 10 Sol price, like entering for the OpenSea stuff, like in preparation?
I have a few. I don't want to talk about them just yet. I need to do a little bit more research, but I have a small list. I can get back to you guys next week on that.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about that on one of the shows next week.
Yeah, I need to do some more digging. I'm not that great at finding like new Solana projects and gauging if they're going to be good long term, but I'm looking at existing ones and figuring out like what that looks like.
Dude, I think if we see OpenSea keep pumping and if Solana projects keep, if this whole thing with Solana on OpenSea is going to be the real deal, I think a project worth watching is going to be Bobo's of War Aiden. We had covered the mint last week. It minted out. Almost all of it went to whitelist. They launched on Magic Eden, I think, for 0.8 or 1 Sol. They've since gotten down. I think now they're at 2.3 or 2.4 last I had checked. But that's one of those projects that's like a functional play-to-earn game that I think is something that has so much potential to just rise as more people come into Sol. And it's a project that doesn't have a large entry, so a lot of guys are able to get into it with the expectation of Solana projects going up as OpenSea adds it to their platform.
I like Solana play to earn. Another one I was thinking was Monkey Ball. You guys remember that one? That was a big one.
Yeah, I just saw
that. That could have real legs. Solana play to earn is interesting because obviously with ETH stake to earn or whatever we want to call it, you have to still pay gas to either stake or unstake. But with Solana, it's far cheaper. So I like that aspect of it.
Okay. Yeah, I was just looking. Have you guys heard of this Tayo Robotics? The floor price is basically 100. I've never even heard of it.
No, I haven't.
It's like, I'll send it in our chat. I was just looking at projects here because I really want to get into something. This is a really expensive one. Have any of you guys in chat heard of this? There's there's 42,000 total volume. I don't know when they came out or anything.
Reminds me of Mechaverse, honestly.
Twitter, when did they join? November. Beep boop. So Tayo Robotics protecting Solana.
Oh my gosh, there's real volume too.
That's what I'm
Sales all day
saying.
long.
That's why I found
Yeah.
that's why I found it very intriguing because yeah, I haven't heard of it. Like, how is that possible? Huh. Okay. Anyways, I think we covered all the Solana stuff. Is that right? I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we wanted to touch on the Kith release today.
Yeah, we can go over it.
Yeah.
Kith released like a really sweet Team USA collection at 11 a.m. Eastern. I think what we've continued to see in looking back at Kith's last Team USA release, which was released at the end of July, a lot of those pieces, like a couple of the sweatshirts, have gone up in value. They started, retail 170. They started at 200 right after the release. Now they're 250 to 300. I think with Kith, it's always been a consistent, if you're buying good pieces from a collection that, they may not sell out instantly like we're used to on Kith, but over time they will continue to go up. I think we're going to see that with this collection, especially some of the bigger pieces. I think what we see in the past is crazy high sales prices on a lot of these limited Kith collaborations, especially because Kith demand's really always been there. It's more of an established brand. I wouldn't say they're as popular or as like come and go type selling like Supreme is, where there's just a new drop the next week for something that's complete, like very similar. Kith's always been good about doing unique collaborations. So regardless, we saw some pieces sell out. I think the sweatshirts are going to be a great hold if you got those for retail. I think the puffer jacket's still in stock in smaller sizes. But yeah, that's the Kith drop. I think all of it's a safe hold if you have the capital to.
Yeah, it's about getting the right piece if you're looking to flip right away. I don't know what, maybe the snowboard or something would flip right away, but I don't know. Yeah, this would be a longer term hold for sure.
How do they even ship that? That's gonna be so big, dude.
I don't know. A long flat box. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to cover?
That's all I have.
I think that's everything for the day.
Yeah, I think so.
Good week. See you guys Monday.
Really solid week. Yeah. Enjoy your weekend, everyone, and yeah.
Oh, Dominic said Tayo's been around several months. Organic growth was 7 to 8 after mint. So yeah, it's just, I guess, steadily gone up. I mean, I was looking at the trend here. It's been going up quite a bit the last 3 days. It was 54. Okay, so some real buyers pushing it up to 100 now. Okay, cool. Well, thank you.